Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is Last Call Live from Green Brain Comics. Good morning, Brainiacs. I am Dan Merritt, and I'm here to share this list of upcoming books and give you one final chance to place your request before final order cutoff. That's what this Last Call Live is all about. Every week we have one last chance to modify our final order numbers on the comics and graphic novels that are going to print now and arriving in about 3 weeks. Last Call Live is broadcast live from Studio G version 5.0 in East Downtown Dearborn. Welcome to Last Call Live. Green Brain Comics and Last Call Live are powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com. Mobile apps available for Android and iPhone. Start up an account online or sync up to your existing account. Order and pay securely online and make sure you never miss an issue. Pardon me. I need to get more on my forehead here. That's better. Beautiful. So yeah, I will be using Comichub today to show you items from this week's Last Call for Confirmed Orders carousel. Let's get signed in here. Once we get signed into Comichub, you'll see the aside items and Shop Coming Soon. We'll be using Shop Coming Soon. And once you get in there, you see all the different carousels. For the top one is Current Search. Those are all of the items from the latest catalogs. Below that is a carousel for Last Call for Confirmed Orders. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Under that is the Publisher Recommended carousel. These are spotlights from publishers that are wanting to get some attention on these new series. They also include a look inside, a preview of the actual book, 3, 4, 6 pages sometimes. Pardon me. And then we got next Wednesday's items carousel. That's at the bottom. That is everything on our invoices coming up for sale this Wednesday, March 29th at Green Brain Comics. Okay, so we will be looking at Last Call for Confirmed Orders for the next bunch of segments. And I've got a lot of stuff to show you this week, folks. There is so many things that I want to show you that are on Last Call this week. Let's start with Last Call for Younger Readers. Where are we here? There we are. First thing I want to show you on Last Call for Younger Readers is, give you a little background. We want to get kids reading graphic novels. They help develop visual literacy skills, encourage critical thinking and imagination, and make reading more enjoyable for reluctant readers. That's all coming up on Last Call for Young Readers. The first thing we're going to look at is a new graphic novel from Stephanie Rodriguez. This is coming out through Penguin. This is called Doodles from the Boogie Down, and publisher Kokila. This is $13.99 with a ship date of April 26th. Also, for younger readers, we have a new volume of Last Kids on Earth. This called Last Comics on Earth. I like the setup for this. They found a bunch of old-timey comics in their crazy apocalyptic world. This is put together by Joshua Pruitt with art by Jay Cooper and Douglas Holgate from Viking Books for Younger Readers, Last Comics on Earth. And finally, for the last call for younger readers, we have a new Random House graphic novel called Map Makers Volume 2. We did really well with Volume 1. This is from creators Cameron Chittock and artist Amanda Castillo. And that will be available on April 26th. And that does it for last call for special items. Next up is last call for special items. Wow, yeah. Things got out of whack there. That's cool. So last call for special items. Jump on points, epic conclusions, or just interesting stuff that is worth spotlighting on last call for special items. The first thing I want to show you on this one, let me get over to this view here. There it is. This is a special embossed variant of the upcoming Black Labels miniseries, Peacemaker Tries Hard. This is going to be foil embossed, and not only will it be foil embossed, but it's, of course, from the Black Label imprint, so it will be a little bit oversized, have extra pages, and this one will be available on May 2nd. If you're interested in this one, get those orders in. I'm not sure if I'll be getting too many for the shelf. So if you want it, let me know. You can get those orders in through Comic Hub. Okay, next up on last call for special items is a new facsimile edition reprinting the first appearance of Adam Warlock in Strange Tales 178. This is from creator Jim Starlin, one of my early Marvel faves from the Bronze era, and this will be available on April 26th. And another facsimile from Marvel Comics this week is the X-Men 1991 issue number 1 facsimile. This is the big new series from Chris Claremont and Jim Lee from back in 1991. This will be a gatefold cover, so the price is a little bit higher at $7.99. But yeah, it'll be a complete facsimile. Pretty cool. Get your orders in. Shipping on May 10th. A couple more things from Marvel. I'll be focusing on a few of the Alex Ross Timeless variants here. This is all portraits of villains. We got Deadpool number 6 with a Mole Man cover. Hulk number 14 with an Abomination cover. That is an abomination, Alex Ross. And a fine cover at that. Got a Loki cover. And that is on the Thor number 33. And while we're at it, also on Thor number 33, we got a Jeffrey Brown variant. Jeffrey Brown, small press darling, big press darling, the guy that made Star Wars juvenile stuff interesting. Now he's going to bring that same juvenile magic to Thor. Just the cover, though. That's Thor 33 on April 26th. Also for Marvel, we got a couple new graphic boxes. We got a Deadpool Batter Blood with art by Rob Liefeld wrapping this box. And also a Ultimate Invasion box that is, looks like Brian Hitch art. That's from the new series Ultimate Invasion. So just an explanation on this item. These are sold in bundles, but I break those bundles up. If you're interested, just send an order in. I will get you just one box. That's totally cool. If you want the whole thing, let me know. I will get you 5 of them. That's why the price. But yeah, I think they come in at like $12, $13 a piece. That is Marvel Graphic Box Ultimate Invasion, and that does it for. Wow, this really gets screwed up here. That's the last call for special items. Next up is last call for graphic novels. Ooh, this is a really long list, so we're going to knock through this real quick. First up is A Calculated Man from Alberto Albuquerque and Paul Tobin from Aftershock Comics. Also from Aftershock, Dogs of London from Peter Milligan and Andy Clark. Artacida. And another one from Aftershock, the Where Starships Go to Die graphic novel. Oops. Next up, we got Sons of El Topo from Humanoids Press. Oh no, this is from Boom Studios, pardon me. This is expanding the world of Alejandro Jodorowsky with help by artist Jose Ladrone. This will be available on June 21st. And from Dark Horse Comics, we get a new printing of Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser from Howard Chaykin, Dennis O'Neil, Mike Mignola, Al Williamson, and Walter Simonson. This collects a couple different graphic novels adapting the work of Fritz Lieber, and all collected under one cover by Mike Mignola from Dark Horse Comics, available on August 16th. Get one from IDW this week, the Star Wars Lower Decks collection from Ryan North and Chris Finoglio, based on the hit series from Paramount Plus. That's available on May 3rd with a cover price of $19.99. Moving this along, we got Pee Pee Poo Poo, number 420. This is a one-shot from creator Carolyn Cash and publisher Silver Sprocket. Yep. No resemblance to Daniel Claus that I can see. It's a one-person anthology series. Pee Pee Poo Poo from Carolyn Cash. From TKO Studios, we get a new original graphic novel from Tim Seeley and Helena Dorjevic. Oh yeah, and I got comments over here too. Hey, it's Bobby Brankevich. Good morning to you, Bobby and Kevin Kyer. Looking forward to seeing you today, Kevin, and and looking forward to your orders from Faffy and the Mouse. So back to the business at hand. TKO Studios Secret Lamb, April 26th. Let's see. We get another one from TKO Studios from writer Paul Cornell and artist Valerie Berzo, Witches of World War II. Ooh, interesting historical supernatural fiction. I'm interested in that. That'll be cool. I'm glad that TKO Studios is getting good distribution nowadays. If you're interested, let me know. From Vault Press, we get The Blue Flame from Christopher Cantwell and artist Adam Gorham. This collects the entire series, 256 pages for only $19.99. That's a big old book from Vault Comics. Also from Vault, End After End, collecting that miniseries by David Andry and Sunando C. And lastly, from Vault Comics, Mindset from Zach Kaplan and John Pearson. Available on May 31st. We got one from DC Comics, Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths hardcover that collects that recent miniseries. And a bunch from Marvel. We'll knock these out real quick. Daredevil hardcover, collecting the Guardian Devil storyline from Kevin Smith and Joe Quesada. Kind of a hefty price at $50, but I'm sure will be a bigger cut size. I don't think those dimensions are here, but I think it'll be more of a gallery edition type thing. Yeah, it is a gallery edition. Oversized pages. Look at that. I read all the words. Also from Marvel, the Hood graphic novel saga of Parker Robbins, featuring a couple different miniseries, one or two of which are written by Brian K. Vaughan with art by Kyle Hotz. We get a first volume from Spider-Man, the series from Dan Slott and Mark Bagley. Spider-Woman by Dennis Hopeless. This goes back a few years to Spider-Woman 2014. It says that's a Mark Brooks cover. I don't know. Don't recognize that signature, but it's pretty. This is coming out on June 7th with a price of $49.99. And finally, from Marvel Comics, X-Force Epic Collection Volume 8. Boy, they're skipping all over the place for these X-Force volumes. This is featuring the work of John Francis Moore, Angel Anzueta, Jimmy Chung, and a host of other creators, all from Marvel Comics. Available on June 7th. The price of $44.99. That does it for Last Call for graphic novels. Next up on Last Call, we get Last Call for new prints. New printings. Let's see, where are we? Short print runs and scarce back issues. Wow, where am I? Hot new comics selling out can be frustrating. Short print runs and skyrocketing back issues just complicate things. Last Call for new printings is here so you don't miss out a second time. This one went real quick this week. Forged #1 from Image Comics creator Greg Rucka and artist Mike Henderson come back with a new printing of Forged #1 that will be available on April 19th for a cover price of $5.99. It's a big one, though. Bigger cut size with a 64-page count. We also get a new printing of No One #1 from writer Kyle Higgins and artist Geraldo Borges with a new Matteo Scalera cover. And we get a new printing of the Batman 357 facsimile edition. But this is a sketch cover or a blank cover. This reprints the very first cameo appearance of Jason Todd and includes all the original ads from the 1983 periodical. I guess they received some criticism because the original cover art didn't have anything to do with Jason Todd, so I guess, sure, making it a sketch cover makes some sense. And now we got a second printing of Scarlet Witch #3, featuring interior artwork on the cover from Sarah Pacelli. That will be available on April 26th. And then we got a new printing of X-23 Deadly Regenesis. This is #1 of 5 from writer Edgar Salazar. No. Erica Schultz and artist Edgar Salazar. Okay, I jumped ahead a little bit too far. Let's jump back here. Hey, now it's time for Last Call for second issues. It's tricky for us to get our orders right on second issues. With little to no sales history, we tend to play it safe and order low. Last chance for second issues is here, so you can keep reading without interruption. Pops. Yeah, where are we? Here we are. First up in second issues is Pop Scars #2 from Sumerian Press. Number 1 did pretty well, so I'll probably be ordering these for the shelf. But you might want to make sure you get your own copy, get that order in before Monday. And we get a second issue of the new Deja Thoris cover. This, believe it or not, this was the least risque. This is from Young Join Yoon and writer Chuck Brown with art by Emiliana Pina. We get a second issue of Dark Horse's Order and Outrage. This is from Jim Starlin and artist Rags Morales. Second issue of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, The Dog of War, from Mike Chen and Angel Hernandez, pardon me. We get a second issue of the new crossover, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Usagi Yojimbo Where When #2. This is wholly created from Stan Sakai. Get in there. And yeah, we haven't gotten the first issue of this yet. That will be available coming up this Wednesday, I believe. But if you're interested in #2, get those orders in. And I showed you the first issue, second print for this series. Now we get a second issue. It's going to be real tough to get these orders right. Make sure you let me know on this. The Forged from Greg Rucka and Mike Henderson. Same with No One #2 from Kyle Higgins and Geraldo Borges. I should have tagged these two together. Oh well, next time. Hey, this first issue just came out. Now's your chance to get the second issue ordered for Curse of Cleaver County #2, published by Source Point Press and written by Garrett Gunn with art by Kit Wallace. Deep Dark #2 from Source Point Press and writer David Sundra, and I think the art is by David Sundra as well. No zoom for this one. There it is. Yep, looks like it. David Sundra. Cool. We got some #2s from Marvel Comics coming up next. We got Avengers Beyond #2. This is by Derek Landy and artist Greg Land. Clobbering Time #2 from creator Steve Scroce. #1 is coming out next week. So yeah, that's going to be a tough order cycle for me, but it looks pretty awesome. I'm very interested in this. Here we go. Doctor Strange #2. #1 just came out. What'd you think of that? Let me know in the comments. Doctor Strange #1 was from Jed McKay with art by Pascal Ferry. And this #2 is on FOC this weekend. Get your orders in by Monday at 5 p.m. Venom Lethal Protector Volume 2 #2. And I just jumped ahead right into the next segment. Okay, so Venom Lethal Protector #2. #2 wraps up. Last call for... There it is. Last call for second issues. Okay, next segment is... It's going to be a long one, folks. There's a lot. Last call for first issues. Wondering what that new series is about? Interested in the beautiful selection of variant covers? Last call for first issues is here with new series pitches. Get your orders in and rest assured it will be here for you on release day. First thing I want to show you here is The Mighty Barbarians from Ablaze Comics, writer Michael Morrissey and artist Giuseppe Cafaro. We got a couple different covers here. We got the Olivier Vittine. I got a Francesco Tomaselli, an Emmanuel Gicci, and Giuseppe Cafaro, who also does the interiors. And he turned in this very cool homage to an old DC Comics cover. Lots of fun there. The Mighty Barbarians. From the writer of Barbaric comes the world-hopping, skull-crushing adventures of the Mighty Barbarians. From the writer of Barbaric. Yeah, sorry, kids. OCD's kicking in. They're barbarians. They loot, they plunder, they conquer. That's what they do. And they do it alone until now with an unstoppable force starts consuming one world after another. Sorceress Morgan Le Fay uses her magic to assemble a team of skull-cracking warriors who must somehow work together to save all of existence. Mighty Barbarians #1 from Ablaze Comics. Writer Michael Morrissey and artist Giuseppe Cafaro. Available on April 19th with a cover price of $3.99. Next up on Last Call for First Issues, we get a new one-shot from the Chilling Adventure Presents series from Archie Horror Comics. This one called Cult of That Wilkin Boy. Let me see how many covers I got on this one. Okay, just the two on this one. We got this cover by Dan Schoening and one by Robert Hack. Bingo Wilkin is not just a world-renowned musician. He's an icon, an iconoclast, a legend, a leader. He's also a master of manipulation with fans and followers willing to do his bidding. No matter how evil it may be. That time the copy was wrong. Is too much ever enough when it comes to celebrity? The team behind the Chilling Adventures of Salem return with this psychological thriller about fame and fandom. That's right, folks. Writer Cullen Bunn with art by Dan Schoening and this cover by Robert Hack. Chilling Adventures, Cult of That Wilkin Boy. Next up from Dark Horse Comics, we get a new series called All 8 Eyes. This one is written by Steve Fox with art and this cover by Peter Kowalski. Get a B cover by James Stokoe, another classic and creepy James Stokoe masterpiece. All 8 Eyes in the forgotten corners of post 9/11 New York City. Skittering shapes in the darkness prey on the people society leaves behind. College dropout Vin Spencer floats through life in a drug and party-fueled haze until one terrible night sweeps him into a drifter's reckless war against the giant 8-legged horrors stalking the city. Jaws meets arachnophobia and a new vision of creature feature terror from Eisner-nominated writer Steve Fox and dread-inspiring artist Peter Kowalski. From Dark Horse Comics, All 8 Eyes, #1, available on April 19th. Get your orders in now. Then we get a new series from Fair Square Comics. This is by Damian Connolly. Off of the huge success of his previous comics, You Promise Me Darkness and Follow Me Into Darkness. Here's a little gem. Damian Connolly saved for last. Blood, Love, Ghosts, and a Deadly Spell. It's a dark, atmospheric 64-page volume filled with horrific tales from the inimitable mind of Damian Connolly. We get a couple different covers here. Get this one by Damian Connolly also. And they're all by Damian Connolly from Fair Square Comics, available on April 12th. Blood, Love, Ghost, and a Deadly Spell. Here's a new #1 from, well, it's not really a new #1, but it is a remastered #1 from Image Comics. This is Dr. Atomic and the Pipe and Dope book. This is completely remastered for a new generation. The Stoner's DIY guide to making pipes, building a greenhouse, the care and maintenance of home growing, how to make hashish, and much, much more. Whether you're new to the culture or a seasoned veteran, this is the only reference book you'll ever need. From Image Comics and creator Larry Todd, this is a remastered Dr. Atomic, The Pipe and Dope book, available on April 19th with a cover price of $3.99. Let's see. Ooh, here's another new one. Here's a big one. Terror War, #1 from writer Saladin Ahmed and Dave Acosta. We've got this Dave Acosta cover and this beautiful Daniel Warren Johnson cover. This all wraps this new series first issue from Eisner-winning writer Saladin Ahmed, of course, writer of Miles Morales, and superstar horror artist Dave Acosta, artist of Elvira, make their Image debut with this sci-fi horror series about working people fighting mind-bending monsters. Blue City was the last livable place on Earth. Now it's crawling with terror creatures that transform into their victims' worst fears. Humanity's last hope, Mohammed Cho, and his overworked, underpaid crew of freelance terror fighters. We're not heroes, we're contractors. From Saladin Ahmed and artist Dave Acosta, Terror War #1 from Image Comics, available on April 19th with a cover price of $3.99. Get your orders in now. But yeah, I'll have copies of this. This is a good one. Don't want to miss this, folks. And next up, we have a new volume of a classic series from Vault Comics. This one called Money Shot comes again. The stereotypical dad joke innuendo-filled series from Tim Seeley and artist Giselle Lagasse returns. Let's see, we got a couple different covers on this one. Nope, just the one. This Money Shot comes again. The explorers are back on their hands and knees for the good of humanity when the giant-ass space jellyfish who run the ordered universe arrive on Earth. The Port Star Coom science explorers must put away grudges, crushes, and side hustles to once again take 1 or 2 or 3 for the team. An epically sexy new arc begins, which takes aim at dumb billionaires and bad optics, with guest stars a legendary underground comics heroine. New artist Giselle Lagasse puts her sexy spin on this book. Money Shot comes again from Vault Comics and writer Tim Seeley. We have a couple new things from DC Comics. Here is a one-shot at a reasonable price, $5.99. This is called DC Silent Tales. This is 56 pages, all brought to you by artist and writer Gustavo Duarte, who brings his style and humor to the DC universe in 6 short stories featuring funny moments in your favorite characters' lives. We got 3 different covers here, it looks like. No, just the 2. We got the A cover by interior artist Gustavo Duarte and the B cover by Fabio Moon and Gabriel Ba, those artists of Umbrella Academy. Let's see, where does Harley buy her mallets? What happens to Superman's radioactive clothes? What's a day off like for Cyborg? Be sure to check out this entirely silent comic from Gustavo Duarte and DC Comics, available on April 18th. DC Speechless #1. And we get a new series from the Dawn of DC expansion from the new era of DC Comics. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, #1. Connor Kent takes center stage. After the events of Dark Crisis, Connor feels out of place with the rest of the hero community. He doesn't fit in with the rest of the Superman family, and the rest of the world doesn't really need him with so many supers in Metropolis. Oops. He doesn't want to rely on Tim, Cassie, and Bart, so Connor looks to the stars as a place he might be able to call his own and carve out his own path. But what lurks in the great unknown? Are bravado and swagger enough to help Superboy find his new calling? This is 2022 round-robin winner. This is the 2022 round-robin winner picked by you, the fans. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow, from writer Kenny Porter and artist Janoy Lindsay. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow will be available on April 18th with a cover price of $3.99. And these variants by, Janoy Lindsay, Joe Quinones, and George Cambatis. Then we got a couple new series from Marvel Comics to wrap up last call for first issues. The first of which is Alien #1. This is a brand new volume teaming up superstars Declan Shalvey and Andrea Briccardo, and as they take Alien to bone-chilling new depths. Scientist Batya Zane will do just about anything to get her family off the icy moon where they've been conducting research on water conservation. But there's more than glacial springs to find in this forgotten corner of the galaxy. When they discover an extraordinary organism buried in the ice, it won't take long for tensions to heat up. What is hidden in the snow comes forth in the thaw, and no one will be welcoming this spring. A new era of Alien starts here from writer Declan Shalvey and artist Andrea Briccardo. You got this cover by Dyke Ruan. Got this B cover by Mark Brooks. Ooh, that's very nice. And this cover by writer Declan Shalvey. All from Marvel Comics, available on April 26th. Alien #1. Also on last call for first issues this week is Guardians of the Galaxy, Bane of Blastar. This is a one-shot from a classic Marvel veteran writer Ralph Macchio with interior art by David Tinto, and this cover by Todd Knock. Also with a cover by Jonah Loeb. This is the Anatomy variant, which are super weird, but really cool. And also we get this Mateus Manhanini cover wrapping up this story about Blastar. Blastar is back and has launched a new inquisition to take over the galaxy. The Guardians must act fast if they hope to stop him. But it looks like this found family is having problems of their own. Can the Guardians get it together before it's too late? Don't miss out on this classic Guardians of the Galaxy tale from Ralph Macchio, David Tinto, and a host of cover artists. Guardians of the Galaxy, Bane of Blastar, available on April 26th from Marvel Comics. Then this looks to be a new one-shot from Marvel Comics called Sins of Sinister Dominion. This is from the big crossover storyline happening in the X-Men books right now. Sins of Sinister Dominion, #1. 7 trillion deadly sins. 1,000 years of hell and damnation comes to an end with the loudest scream in history. And for the truly guilty, there is no escape. Can the future change the present? Or will we just make all the same mistakes again? Either way, the present will have to live with the future's sins. This is from Sins of Sinister Architect. Karen Gillan with art by Lucas Wernick, and this cover by Lionel Francis Hugh on the main. A Jan Bazaldua cover for Stormbreakers variant. The Alex Ross Timeless variant featuring Apocalypse. And this very nice Steven Segovia variant all wrap up this Sins of Sinister Dominion, what looks to be an end cap to the Sins of Sinister storyline, I believe. I'll have to look at the fact sheet on this one. Sins of Sinister Dominion #1, available on April 26th. If you're interested in any of these variants, get those orders in now before Monday the 27th at 5 p.m. And lastly, from Marvel in Last Call for first issues, we have this new miniseries, Star Wars Darth Vader Black, White, and Red. The Dark Lord of the Sith like you've never seen him before. Following the successful Black, White, and Red series produced by Marvel Comics, Darth Vader now takes the spotlight for tales of terror by some of the industry's most talented professionals. Peach Momoko will spin a story only she can bring to life. Oops. Plus the return of Jason Aaron to the world of Star Wars with part 1 of his Vader tale spanning all 4 issues. This looks like it might also have... Oh, is this only 2 stories? Yeah, it looks like it's 2 stories, but it also features these beautiful covers. This one by Alex Maleev. This Jim Chung cover on Star Wars Darth Vader Black and Red. And this very nice Gabriel Del Otto cover. All of these available for order in Comic Hub through Monday, March 27th at 5 p.m. And that, folks, wraps up our list of things that we wanted to show you from the Last Call carousel. Remember, the deadlines on Last Call for confirmed orders are Sundays at 5 p.m. for DC Comics and Mondays at 5 p.m. for everything else. Got to get back over there. Do that. Let's do that. Okay, thank you for watching our Last Call live. We do this most every Saturday at 11 a.m. live here on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to get notifications on upcoming lives. Another upcoming live that we have happening very soon is our new comic preview. That's on Tuesday, March 28th at 6:30. We will be walking around the store showing you all the new comics on the night before release. BrainScan 6:30 Tuesdays. All right. I need to do that. That's the one. And soon to be scheduled is Brain Candy for April. That will be on Monday, April 17th. We will get a Facebook event together for that very soon. But I got a guest list, a very exciting guest list for you this month. Brain Candy is a free live program of prose, music, poetry, and visual art curated by the Emerging Writers Network. The featured artist for March, we have 2 poets this month. We have returning poet John Freeman, and coming in from out of town, important local creator, important poet Terry Blackhawk will be in for a reading that night, as well as prose reading from Ian Ross Singleton, music from Taz Matuchek, and the visual art of Elizabeth Schmuel. That all happens on April 17th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. right here at Green Brain Comics. Admission is completely free. We do stay open late that Monday, and that is brought to you in part by the Emerging Writers Network. Let's see now. We can do that. Sure, this is as good a backdrop as any. Nope, this is even better. I'll do that. This is my first day, folks. Thank you so much for joining us on Last Call Live, broadcasting live from Studio G in Green Brain Comics, smack dab in the middle of beautiful downtown East Dearborn. Be sure to check out our other live streams. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. On Twitter at GreenBrainCMX. All the links to our shopping cart website and Comichub are below in the comments to this video. And of course, remember that we are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, everybody.